Hey guys, it's Sloan again for Apotheosis. Today, we're using the new Ice Block and more Rocket Loons because the new Loon level, as well as the new Frosty. The Frosty level 15 is just so powerful. I will say this. It's really nice having the new Loon level because they get so much more value, so I'm bringing more Loons, more Rocket Loons, so the fact that I can help funnel. And if you use those effectively, like you see in the video, you use them to help push your dragons into the Warden's aura, you'll have the Eternal Tome affecting you at zero changes to it at all, it'll feel like. It'll feel exactly the same, except there's a weird dome around it. Like I don't even know why we got the dome. It's not the Eternal Tome, it's the Eternal Dome. And you'll see that. You'll see that dome around it once you pop it. But we got the ice blocks. Now these can be flexible with. Ideally, you could use it through a rage tower, right? If you have like dragons, you just pop it on the rage tower. The rage tower will just disappear by the time the ice block wears off, or it'll be just a little bit there. Well, you're only taking 94% damage reduction, so you only take 6% damage during a rage shower. It's just crazy value, as well as you can use it to help tank on the back end. Say you just have your king alive, you have like the fire mites coming, or you have a couple dragons, and there's defending minion prince, defending multi gear, defending ricochet, defending multi arch tower. You pop the ice block on your king. He's like only a sliver of HP left, right? And then you have the couple dragons, all low HP, just come and finish off the buildings. Fire mites finish off the buildings, and you get 3-star. As well as you can use it on an invis base. So you know those core invis bases that have an invis tower, rage tower. You can use the ice block very effectively on those if you path your RC into the core and she triggers the Invis Tower. Usually she'll want to run back away, right? But if you drop an Ice Block on her, you can drop her right then after she triggers the Invis Tower. She'll stay still. By the time the Ice Block wears off, the Invis Tower is already wore off, and you're already in that core. You don't have to redirect. You don't have to do anything. I didn't quite find one of those bases today, but if you do that, that'll work out perfectly. It makes it really powerful. So it seems like almost a must use. At least one ice block, right? So you can use it in place of a skeleton spell even. So it's really going to depend on how you want to use it, but it really does seem like a better skeleton spell more ways than not. Now it's not going to help on like Ricochet Can's distracting, but you can still use it to help distract your troops and other troops come to help support. It really does seem game changing, as well as I did use the henchman pup in this video just because of the fact that I was relying more on the ice blocks. I'm just testing it out, see how it works. Anyways, it's the first day of the update. We can't really do friendly challenges because the new defense makes it where you can't do a friendly challenge, which makes it unfortunate. So we're testing everything in Legends. So everything's going to be kind of just a learning experience, learning curve. But trust me, you don't want to miss it. Anyways, let's get into Legend Attacks, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, big invis course. How do we get in here is the question. Hmm. I mean, we just send an RCM from this very top, right? Should come into this section. We can get her here. We do 6, and we had an ice block to trigger the invis tower. That actually be crazy because she'll stay in the invis tower range. Wait, wait. Alright, let's try it. That sounds crazy. We're gonna have to see if it works. We'll do 6 for this invis. Push it forward. So make sure we push into this core though. That's the only tricky part sometimes. We can do 6 for this invis. Alright, the fox looking good. The RC's looking good. Want to get her into the core though. We'll do 7. So I can push her right or left. Oops. I'll do 3. So I can push her right or left. Left is perfect. Alright. And then from here, I'm not sure which way she'll go. In, and we push her in some more. Yeah. Okay. We're trying. We're trying still. I'll do 7. That's going to keep her on the outside, but that's okay if she's on the outside. But she's still getting value out here. We'll haste. We'll do 1. At 7, we'll drop the invis. 7. Alright, the fox is dead now. So keep that in mind. We'll do 7, and then once this invis runs out, we're going to pop the ice block. So now she's going to take out the multi-gear with the aura. We'll drop the king in the siege barracks. So that aura is going to take it out. Very nice. Doesn't even matter anymore. It'll help take out the CC troops as well. Drop a poison for them. And we'll send our dragons in. Warden, Minion Prince. We'll send in the Rock Loons. We'll send in 3 for this Wizard Tower and Air Defense. I tried to send a 4th. That's going to make the funnel for us, which is what we need. We'll send these loons on this air defense as well. So we're going to have a nice funnel. We're going to trigger this Invis Tower with the Minion Prince ability, of course, just to make it a little bit easier for us. And we're still going to have this Warden ability, which we're going to pop right through this Giga Bomb and this core, which will Earthquake. We'll have the Furnaces come on through. We'll have these Rocket Loons to help support, which we can just use on... what can we use it on? Honestly, I'm not too sure. But we can just use the ice block on our minion prince and these dragons, keep them alive through this rage tower. So the rage tower is completely neutered now. It's not going to do really anything to us at all. So now the rage tower is gone. Now the minion prince can help take out this core, take out that inferno. Since that rage tower didn't do anything, it was really just smooth sailing from there. So these rock loons try and get that air defense down, didn't quite. But listen, these debt collectors, they're gonna be collecting that debt. Listen, this headhunter was in some minions. So we didn't quite go to plan on the RC charge. But if we could have, that would have been great because I want to try to get her in. And then once she triggered the Invis Tower, I'd use the ice block on her, and that would have her stay in the same spot. But we didn't quite get that. We'll pop the King ability, take out the rest of these buildings, have a very nice, easy 3-star. And this ice block makes it really easy to deal with these Invis bases, it appears, right? Because we can just use the Minion Prince ability through it. That's one, that's good. And you can just use the ice block to keep everything safe to the Rage Tower. So Rage Towers are really, really neutered at this. They're really not very effective with this ice block, which is crazy. I'm now offering coaching as well. Just make a ticket in the Discord and we'll get into it. Alright, big ol' Rage Core in this space. So how can we get into there is the question. I mean, typically you come in like this. You come in this way. You get down this Wizard Tower, a Mortar, Air Defense. Then you can Invis redirect. That'll push you into the X-Bow, and then you'll get into that core. Typically, so that's what we're going to do. RC in between. Because we take out this core, we're set. And we're going to do 6 this first Invis. There's not any big damage, and you always want to do 6, unless you're in the Town of Poison range. That's the big reason why you wouldn't want to do that. I'm going to push her in. Alright, and then she's going to push into the X-Bow. We'll do 6 to that Invis, and the Fox is barely in there, like, barely. So these Rocklings help make the funnel. I'm going to push her RC back in. That should take her into the core. It should. Oh, skeletons killed the fox. Oops. Alright, well, that's not ideal. We'll drop a poison for the furnace. And we'll do 2, 3. And we'll earthquake everything in there. We'll haste 2, 3, 4. We'll pull the ice golems away with the debt collectors. 2, 3, 4. We'll take out the rage tower, hit the tornado trap. 2, 3, 4. We'll just use the ice block on her on the tornado trap. You can take out the rest of the CC too. So that's gonna be very nice. 2, 3, 4. Nice. And I'll use the ice block on her as well. 2, 3, 4. Oops, I was a little bit too slow, but that's okay. We'll send the King of Siege Bricks on the bottom because it's a thinned out side. That'll help with that. We'll drop a Valkyrie. Then we'll send our dragons in for the Town Hall. The Valkyries for those ice golems. We use the Inferno Dragons help funnel. They'll do their thing. And then we're just going to send everything in towards this Town Hall with the dragons. Basically. You just have to use Baby Dragon help funnel because we're funneling here. The Eternal Tome is going to be cool. Why is there a big bubble? What? What in the world? There's a huge bubble. Is that part of the update? That thing looks strange. I do not know what to expect. I don't. It leaves me speechless. What? That thing was weird. We're mainly principally through this back end air defense just to help out. We'll have to use our loons and rocket loons for this monolith to help support our king. We'll have to get through the single inferno as well. Actually, yeah, yeah. We'll send these loons for this archer tower. So the king will take out this builder hut, and then we'll take out this archer tower with the loons. Then we'll send the rocket loons in for the mono. Then our king should be fine, right? Yeah, that's what it is. This is a very easy. I feel like these bases are so much easier with the new ice block. Like typically this base sometimes can be a little bit close for me, but we're completely overkilling it. Even if the Eternal Tome change, it's not feeling like any difference. Popping the King ability and get through everything, and we're just gonna easily have like 15 dragons still up. Usually, I don't get all that value in that core. Usually. Especially when I use so many redirect invis. But that ice block, 7 seconds, she has no fox. She's able to take out a lot of stuff with just the aura. That's nice. Especially, yeah, that's nice. I like that. Alright, this space. Double rage here, but don't multi infernos. All this big air damage is here. Triple multi arch tower inferno. If I come in from the side on this base, I'll push right in. We'll get some huge value for RC. So we're gonna do that exactly. Because the other side is 2 ricochet cannons, I'm not worried about that. 286, I drop his first invis. And she'll just push on in. She's gonna take a little bit of damage here, but I'm not worried about it. Right? And then I'm gonna do 7 for this invis. I want her to go right. I'm gonna do 3, and I'll push her further right. We redirect it so she'll go into this compartment like we want to. We'll earthquake all of that, and we'll do 7. Alright. And then we'll do 3. There could be a trio trap in there, but I'm just gonna haste because right next to Giga Bomb, I feel like there wouldn't be. Usually there's not. 7. All right. And then 3. There's the trio trap. We found it. We found the NATO. We knew it'd be here, but this ice block's gonna be great for this rage tower. It's gonna be really, really good. And we're just gonna do a single cycle here. Let RC take a little bit of damage. Because with this invis, if she's just taking out, can she take out the town hall? Actually, she should be able to, right? So she's gonna go invis again. If she does, no, she doesn't. Okay, we risked it. If we dropped the ice block, she would have took it out. You know what? We're testing though. We're testing. So we send the king and the siege bricks on the thinned outside down there. Use Inferno Dragon's help funnel. Use Rocket Loons to help funnel as well. They're gonna help us. We're just gonna push on through. We're gonna save this warn ability for this rage tower. We're gonna take out the air defense, and then we're gonna pop the warn ability. So everything's gonna be invincible right here. And we're gonna have these dragons and Inferno Dragons help make the other side of the funnel too. Send the Rocket Loons in as well. Minion Prince ability through that rage tower. That's gonna help support us. There's no furnace. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's always gonna be a furnace. Always. Everybody runs those things because they're just so strong. We're just gonna push right into the town hall. The furnaces, all the dragons, we take out the town hall, no problem. And honestly, I'm just gonna drop the ice block in there just so the fire mites just do nothing. And we have the fire mites come in. We're gonna have the dragons tanking for the fire mites here. So I'm trying to get more fire mite value. Minion Prince, he is gonna go down, unfortunately, right? That happens. I don't think I used that ice block very effectively. Maybe if we're going to double fire spitter crossfire, you don't want to ice block for fire mites protection because they just did nothing. But still, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. What if we use the ice? I mean, the base is already gone, actually. Drop the baby dragon, deck collect some. We'll drop some archers, some minions. What is this called? A headhunter, and we're good. And we'll pop the king ability, just clean up, and we're just gonna swag this ice block. We can't even swag the ice block. Okay. Never mind then. We're trying to figure it out still. We're trying. Alright, this base. What we got here? Multi-Infernos back through here. Okay. All this big air value. 2 multi-arch towers, fire spitters. What if we just sent her straight from this middle multi-inferno? It's likely baited because the fire spitters here. People bait for those. So I'll do that, but also it could be a trio trap right over here, or down here. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna send my RC in for this inferno. At 256, I'm gonna drop this first invis. I actually did 7, didn't I? A little bit not what I wanted, but it'll be okay because she'll just be invis again. The king doesn't even bang on her. Perfect. Then we can do 7 here. So I'm not sure which way she's gonna path here. She might pull into the archers. Yeah, perfect. I'll pull her right into the fire spitters. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we'll do 7. And then we'll pull away. And we'll do 3. We pulled away the ice golems. Nice. And then we'll do 6 on this outside one. Because there's not much that we gotta worry about, right? Poison. The fox might get by the town hall poison. Yeah. That was expected. We'll do 7. Pull away the ice golems. 3. Which way we're gonna haste? We still have 2 more invis left. Which we can do 7. She's gonna take out the poison tower and the sweeper. And then she's gonna do 3. Alright, we'll pull in, pull left. Fox is still alive, nice. And I'm gonna ice block her here. Just so we can keep her alive for a little bit longer. Help take out that rickshaw cannon, so keep my king alive. Yeah, her aura took out the rickshaw cannon. My king's gonna stay alive. We're sending our dragons back through here. We're gonna use a couple rock loons to help that air defense. And use Inferno Dragon's help funnel. Just push on in. Baby Dragon help funnel. We're just gonna do this nice straight line here for funneling. A nice straight path. I forgot the earthquake, didn't I? Oops. We'll earthquake the town hall then. We'll send some rocket loons in. Warn ability. Keep everything invincible through this Giga Bomb. We have a nice funnel here, so it won't even matter for the funnel for the Eternal Tome changes, right? We'll just push on through. Minion Prince ability through that back end. That'll help out on that left side. We'll drop some cleanup. And taking out the rickshaw cannon with the ice block really did help out. It'll keep our dragons alive. And we can drop some archers, head under for this king. So our furnaces take out the town hall. Nice. We set the king ability. And where can we use this ice block most effectively is a question. I mean, you can use these rock loons to help support the funnel, push our troops inward. I mean, we're going to take out this town hall with the furnaces. Then we'll pop the king ability help on this back end as well. It's the mono. That's going to help. What we can do, we can ice block the minion prince if he gets targeted. Yeah, wait, nope, we're good. Okay, nice. We'll just ice block the king and the minion prince just cause we'll send the deck collectors in for the king for the ricochet cannon. No, the minion prince just chilling. Nice. I guess use it in the very end as well on the last big defense. You can just pop your ice block, and then your troops will just get there eventually. They'll all just be chilling there and all rush it all at once. So we had the king and minion prince all in the furnaces all come at the same time for that ricochet cannon, and it took no damage to us basically. So that's a nice little trick there, and that distracted for the fire mites. So an ice block to distract the have something to distract for fire mites seems like a very nice value. Okay, I like that. All right, this space. It's two rage towers. Typically, you want to go into a rage tower, but this rage tower only has two air targets in it. Well, technically three. Well, technically four. The heroes, the builder huts, the fire spitter, the scatters. Those aren't really what we're caring about. We're going for these multi-arch towers here, just because when you push in, because there's no multi-inferno, so we're just going for air value here. So I'll push this inward. These are RC. We use two rock loons on this air defense to help push our RC in and make a funnel. So 256 will drop this first invis. That's going to push her up forward. We invised over the multi-arch tower just so we can get the aura value here. But we're going to do 7 here. Should take out the multi-arch tower with the aura, I'm pretty sure, right? And then we'll do 3. The aura will eventually. There we go. It does. We're just going to do 7 and 3 for the rest of these invis. Just keep her alive. Only usually on the first invis will you drop it like that at 6. Then we'll do 3. We'll keep pushing up forward. We'll earthquake in front of us. She's definitely going for this inferno next. No? No? You know what? Perfect. I didn't want her to, and she didn't. So you know what? It worked out in my favor. We're going to haste. The fox might be dead here. But still alive. We're going to do 7. Take out this ricochet cannon. And then we're going to do 3. Take out the air fence. We're still pushing. We're still pushing. We're going to poison the furnace. Alright, and then we're going to do 6. Is the fox going to be alive? The fox is not going to be alive any longer. But I think it will be not worthwhile to keep her alive there. So we're just going to let her die. But we are going to send the king and siege breaks around the stand outside. We'll drop rocket loons. We'll use the king ability. We'll ice block the king. Send rocket loons in for that single inferno. But we're just going to keep him alive. Unfortunately, we should not ice block these rock loons to start over here. That's a little bit slow. A little bit bad idea by me. It kind of killed my whole king off. Kinda, not just kinda. No, it definitely did. But that'll be okay. We'll send these loons in for this air defense. If we had rock loons there, it would be set, but we kind of used them. We had to use an extra 2 over there, so that wasn't the plan. But we're just chilling. The king, he's not getting any value, but we are gonna have the siege barracks gain value in there. We're gonna ward ability through this mono and through this air defense that we didn't take out. I thought we were gonna take out. Okay. The Frosty actually does so much damage now. It's gonna freeze up the town hall and everything. And we are gonna have that help. We're gonna have the Fire Might stay at the town hall. We're gonna have the Minion Prince ability, which will pop through this Rage Tower and the single Inferno. We still have the Ice Block coming on through as well. We'll drop some cleanup up here. This ice block will just pop through this rage tower, so that rage tower is going to do nothing to us now. Effectively, we have 94% reduction, so we just neutered this entire rage tower. We got the furnaces coming on through, so the dragons are tanking for the fire mites. There we go. We're doing it correctly this time. They're tanking for the fire mites. They tank the scatter shots, so the fire mites just going to come on through and do whatever they want. As well as we're going to have these archers come on through. They're not going to do much, right? Ricochet Cannon takes it out instantly. We're going to have the deck collectors, they're actually going to do a little bit. Those ones are. They really will. We'll just push on through. We're gonna have this minion prince still alive. We got to get through this multi-gear and these wizard towers. So this is gonna be a little closer in time because I took so long to drop my dragons. I didn't drop them until a minute 30 left, as well as my king insta died. If your king insta dies, you're not gonna get much value with it. But if I would not ice block those rocket loons on the outside, they would took out that inferno while my king was tanking with the ice block. They would have, but I messed it up. You know what? Sometimes you just mess it up when you're trying something new, right? But it's all good. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Invis base. All right. So could we push her in? Typically, it's a little hard to push her into this invis actually. So we're actually just gonna come in from this bottom side. Cause that seems to be the easiest way to come in on this particular invis base. The rage on the top side too. So do 256 for this first invis. I should do 5 just because we might be in the town hall poison range. And since we're not on the outside in the range there, it'll be fine there. It's the little things like that can help you. We'll do 7 here. Take the expo, then we'll path right into the Giga Bomb. No! I should have looked. I should have. That's not very smart of me. I would do 6 for this invis though. That's gonna get our fox down low, but we already know the fox is gonna almost die because that Giga Bomb. So we were already counting on that. And we'll do 7, we'll haste. And we'll push her up forward. We're not going to quake through here because not much quake value. So we're just letting her push up forward. 2, 3, 4. Every time she hits without the haste on, it's 1 second. 2, 3, 4. So you'll push up forward. We're going to get in there ever so slightly. We're not quite going to get into that core, which, kind of expected, right? But we are going to pop this through here. She is going to trigger the Rage Tower, which is going to help out immensely. So now we can kind of just send our King and Siege Barracks on this thinned outside, right? We can send the poison for this furnace. And we're just going to send our dragons back to this bottom side. Which is going to seem kind of weird, especially since we triggered that Rage Tower, but it's going to work out better. We'll drop Valkyrie for the Ice Golems. We're going to just make a very nice funnel through here. That's what we're doing. Send 3 loons, rocket loons for that Wizard Tower, Inferno Dragons help funnel, Baby Dragon help funnel. We're just going to push everything in. Send some loons in just to help out. They're just going to help do a little bit of damage. Send these rocket loons in for this multi-arch tower and for that air defense. So we got everything just coming on through ever so slightly, which will pop this Warren ability to help heal up. We probably should have saved that a little bit longer. That's definitely a bit of an early ability, but it shouldn't hurt us too much. We still have the King ability. Furnaces help take this Town Hall. Minion Prince to trigger the Invis Tower. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was hitting all of that. I really did think he was hitting all of that, but he did not quite. Spiky Ball gets a nice value. We're going to make sure everything paths into this Invis Tower, which can be a little bit tricky at times, which we can just drop this Invis right there. Yeah, that pushes everything in. We'll, we'll pop the Ice Block. I thought my Mini Prince didn't hit that bomb. Oops. I let my Mini Prince die for the Ice Block for nothing. But he wasted his Phoenix. No! Well, a little bit of trick. We're trying out the tricks with this, and that trick didn't work for that way. We should have came from the top. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Because, okay, so if you use an ice block after the Invis Tower is already triggered and you didn't trigger it right then, that's probably a bad idea. That's probably a very, very, very bad idea, which is what you just came across. But if you're going right into the ice block instantly, and then you trigger it, I mean, you're going right into the Invis Tower, and then you use the ice block and trigger it, it looks like it'll be okay. We just figure out when and where to use it, because the update just came out. I'm trying to figure it out still, but not too bad. All right, this space, Rage Tower's back through here. There's big, big, big value for if we just push our RC into this side. Triple multi-arch tower, triple inferno, fire spitters, multi-gear, 2 air defenses, 2 rage towers, sweepers. Do we be greedy and try killing from the side and get all of it, or do we be safe and just go in the middle? We're gonna be safe and just go into this middle, but from the multi-arch tower side. So at 286, because we're on the outside, there's no big damage out here. We'll drop the first invis, but we're gonna do 7 and 3 for the rest of the invises, just because we can't be as safe. So we're gonna do 7 for this invis. If you want to be as safe as possible, always do 7 and 3. That'll work out too. We're just gonna push on through. There's some bombs, it won't matter much. We're gonna do 7. We get to this Minion Prince, and then we're invis over the Minion Prince to push him for 3. We'll get to the multi-arch tower. Stick out 3 multi-arch towers and a multi-year start. Like, that's crazy value. We'll do 3. Alright, and then we'll take out the air defense and we'll push inwards. This pushes us into the fire spitter, which we'll do 7. We'll earthquake in front of us in the rage tower. And then we'll do second pushes downward, upward perfect. Alright, and we hit the tornado trap. Tornado trap is fine. We're gonna hit the ice block. Should drop it a little bit sooner, but that's okay. We're gonna poison as well. So she's gonna be invisible here, which she'll just be chilling. And we're gonna do 7 again. The fox is still alive. So you know what? It's all goofy and everything, but it works. We'll send the king and the siege bricks on the thinned outside. The side without the what's it called? The rage tower and fire spitters. We'll send our dragons back through here on this right side. That'll help out. Then we'll send Inferno Dragon, and then a Baby Dragon, all to help funnel. And we'll use these Rock Loons to with this Wizard Tower to help funnel as well. We just want to make sure all our dragons are going to stay in this Eternal Tome effectively. So we're using all of these to help support and push in. And the king, he's down here. We forgot to drop the Headhunter for him. We'll Warden ability, keep everything alive in that dome. It's not the Eternal Tome anymore, it's the Eternal Dome. Bro. That's what it is. We have these Rock Loons help with this Inferno as well. You can always use Rock Loons for a multi-Inferno tower, take it out, it get you some nice value. See, I will get out to that multi-inferno tower with the rocket loons. It should take it out. Yep, there we go. Now the furnaces get value, so I really like that interaction there. We were used to ice blocks. The ice blocks allow us to take down so much value for our RC, right? We took out the multi-gear, triple multi-air showers, multi-inferno, fire spitters, two rage towers. We took out all of that. And we got the furnaces coming through, help support. I like that. I like having these extra rocket loons and loons because it really helps you funnel, and it really, really, really allows you to have your warden ability get good value. You don't even notice it. You just straight don't even notice the eternal tome changes. That's a very powerful attack. Really nice. Not too bad at all. Alright, this base, double rage, multi inferno towers. I think we're just not gonna worry about this top side. This might sound crazy, but if we have the ice block, the rage towers won't do too much. But we are gonna want to have the pathing, so we want to send our RC back through here, just push her in. Actually, no, we're not even worried about that. No, we don't have to. We're just going straight into the multi-inferno, straight into the town hall. We're just playing safe, safe, safe for D7. All right. And then we're going to do 3. So we're just going to keep pushing her forward. Since we're so close to town points, we have to do 7 and 3. So we're going to do that for the rest of the attack. 7 and 3 for the invis. And then 3. All right. I was a little bit too slow on that, so she fortunately did not go the direction we wanted. We were redirecting the invis there because you tell she was going to path into this arch tower. And we'll do 3. When an earthquake, she's gonna go back behind to this fire spitter. I knew she was gonna do that, so we're gonna do 7. Because you can just tell by her pathing what's closer to her. From here, I actually don't know where she's gonna go. Archer tower, yeah, I mean I should have expected that. I should have. We're gonna haste. We're gonna do 7. We killed the fox, which that happens. And then we're gonna do 3. Invis over. We want to get that sweeper down. We're gonna poison the furnace. All right, there we go. We got the king and siege bricks on the thinned out side and the bottom. We'll send our dragons up through this thicker side. We use the Inferno Dragons help funnel. We use Rock Loons help funnel. Rock Loons help funnel. We'll send a Valkyrie to help the Ice Golems. And we're just taking our time. Baby Dragon to help funnel. We're just going to push on through. Push, push, push. Push. We're going to have this warden ability for this Giga Bomb, which will pop right through there. We'll be invincible, take no damage at all. Alright, we'll send these loons into this Tesla. Just help push and funnel. The loons are helping funnel for us. So we're going to have everything in this Eternal Tome effectively. I mean, yeah, that's what we are doing. What do we mean by effectively? No, we are doing that. We're doing that exactly. And we're going to send these rocket loons up top to help funnel as well. Minion Prince ability as well through the core. That'll help keep him alive. We'll have the king on the outside too. We'll have everything just kind of collapse into this rage tower, which will ice block the minion prince, keep him alive for longer, so that rage tower is not going to do anything. And we're going to have the king ability as well. Minion prince, you'll take out that multi-inferno, nice. The scatters up top going to do a little bit, they're just going to be annoying. Headhunter, alright. And we're going to wait to pop his king ability. We're going to pop the king ability now, hopefully get through that multi-gear. Do we? I mean, kinda. We're going to pop the ice block to help get through it, to help just basically keep everything alive. Everything's just going to come in at the same time. So that allows the fire mites to come in to help with that multi-gear. We have the inferno dragons come, and everything just can collapse at the same time. So the reason I dropped that, was it the ice block there, is because I wanted the king to tank. So the king was taking for the minion prince, and the king was taking for the multi-gear, and the king was taking for, I think there's another defense over here. So the king tanked for all those, so it allowed my warden, my dragons, my last couple inferno dragons come over here to help take out this multi-arch tower, no problem. There's no damage on them, because the king was tanking for all of it. And his snakes were there too, so snakes are tanking as well. Little things like that are going to add up very, very quickly. Is You just gotta figure out how you can get more tanking for the rest of your troops. That was nice. We did end up going plus 311, plus 310, excuse me. We did mess up this one attack because we were testing out the ice block, testing out how it could work, how it couldn't work. And let's just say what I did not work, and we know that. We fixed it from the other attacks and worked out really, really well. But it's still a very, very powerful army. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, appreciate if you guys like and subscribed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.